Hey everyone, Philip here with Arcane Detailing. Today I want to talk to you about a completely changed vehicle. With our vinyl wrap services, we can completely change the color of your vehicle to whatever your heart desires. Say in some cases, right, maybe you are a die-hard Ford guy, right? But you really love the red that Chevy came out with that year. That's not a problem. We can take your Ford and we can get that red as close to that Chevy red as possible. My truck here, I'm sure you might have seen it driving around. If not, I cannot tell you the amount of people that think that this blue here is actually factory paint. It's not, it's vinyl. It's all basically one big giant sticker. When we do a full color body wrap, we are changing the entire outside of the vehicle's appearance. When you start talking about colors, we have over 3,500 different colors to choose from our supplier that supplies us with our vinyl films. And let's just say the possibilities are endless. So you may be asking yourself, what's included with a full body color change? Well, to start that off, we're gonna bring it in, we're gonna do our triple stage decontamination wash. What that is essentially, it's a hand wash first. It's followed up by some chemical decontamination where we remove any iron particles or tar buildup that's on the vehicle. From there, we move into what's called a clay bar. If you've ever felt a vehicle and it feels nice and rough and scratchy almost on your hand, that is particles and contaminants that have bonded to the paint. The clay bar is going to remove that. It's going to get it nice and smooth, nice and easy to work with. From there, we're going to bring the vehicle back out here onto the shop floor, and we're going to begin the wrapping process. Now, in most cases with vinyl, you will have what are called inlays. That's an area that there is a high amount of tension. In this vehicle particularly, there's not a lot that I can show you. Think of something like a Dodge Durango, you know, the front bumper where it likes to bend and twist and turn all over different places. We may use what's called an inlay. Essentially what it is it's a small piece to cover a very complex area, followed up by a larger piece that overlaps by about 1/8 of an inch. Typically they are not very visible from a few feet away. You will obviously see them if you get up close and personal, and it's not always guaranteed that we're going to have to do that. When we do our vinyl wraps, we do the same thing we do with our paint protection film. We extend edges and we wrap them. What does that mean? Well, take this hood for example. When we wrap and color change your hood, we're gonna wrap all the way down underneath to the bottom side. That's gonna make sure that when you're standing here looking at it, you're not gonna see a small little line of black all the way around the outside edge. It's gonna wrap down underneath. And we're gonna do that on every single panel we possibly can. Anywhere that we have a tight seam, like here on the front bumper where it meets the fender, what we do is we feed the material into that crack, then we cut it once it's inside that crack and keep it heated down and sealed down inside of there. So essentially looking here, you cannot see any black where the blue is. We're gonna do that anywhere that we have to do that. Most things such as handles, door handles, those are in 99% of the case, 99% of the time, those are gonna be removed. We remove the door handle, we install this door, put the door handle back on. Now the door handles will also be wrapped. You can choose, like I did here in my truck, to not wrap that, just so that way it kind of broke out of the blue a little bit more. That is 100% up to you. The only thing that is not included in our vinyl wrap services on the full body color change is door jambs or any area down inside of a panel. So take your fender, we're gonna run it just past the edge by about 1/4 inch. Anything down past that is not included in that initial pricing. You can ask for the door jambs to be wrapped as well. I will though let you know that does drastically change the price. And there's one main reason for that. The only way to truly wrap this door jamb inside of this vehicle is to remove both of these doors. What we would do in that case is we would in fact have a certified technician come in here to remove those doors. We would wrap the door jambs, then we would have that technician again reinstall the doors. The main reason for that is some nuts and bolts require our torque to yield, and essentially what that means is once it's tightened down, it cannot be loosened and then reused. You have to replace them. Sometimes vehicles have sensors in them, in the doors and things like that. We want to make sure that everything is exactly how it was when you came back. So if you want to have the door jambs wrapped when you're doing a full body color change, just understand that that will increase the price significantly. But that's just to make sure that it's done properly. You don't have to do it. Every single full body color change that we have done to date has not been able to tell, looking from the outside of the vehicle, that the color was in fact changed. If you have any questions about full body color change or anything like that, maybe you even have a custom design that you'd like to have printed, we can certainly discuss that and see what type of options we have to fit your desire. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you out.